say I eat chicken, tell me tell me all about the chicken.
First of all, the chicken is a man-made, created bird. They use a technique called animal husbandry, where they crossed a jungle fowl and a vulture together to get an animal that lives on the farm, doesn't run away, and tastes good. Now, to do this, you're changing the DNA, the natural structure of these two birds to create a new bird. And this bird basically is a feces eater. It's a garbage eater. It eats maggots. It's probably worse than a rat or a pig. It's a scavenger. And the chicken lives in a very hostile environment. They grow these things in a place called a hothouse. And this place, which is real hot, which has maggots and feces and dead birds and garbage all over the floor, is the environment that they grow these chickens up in. Now, these are the white chickens. These are not the colorful dark birds that you see in certain farms, especially in like the Caribbean and Africa, South America. It's a different breed of that bird. This is the white, what they call domesticated chicken. And this thing carries so much disease, parasites, worms, it's unbelievable.
I mean,
a lot of people, they got off pork and they figure, they're doing better now getting off pork.
That's what I was going to say.
And going to the chicken, the white chicken, because it's
right.
White meat. Well, who said that white meat was better than red meat? I mean, where did that come from? Where's the science on that? See, the thing is the animal is what it eats. See, chickens can't even lay eggs unless they eat maggots. There are people who are maggot farmers. There's a show that comes on television called Swarms. It's about insects. And they go to the maggot farm where this man, he breeds maggots. And they ask him, well, why would you be breeding maggots? He said, because the chicken industry couldn't survive without me. Because maggots have a lot of protein. Because the chicken is not a natural animal, it can't lay eggs because it doesn't have enough energy to lay eggs. So when you give it lots of protein from maggots, all of a sudden it can get the energy to lay eggs. You see, it's very interesting that, we've been crossbreeding animals and plants for a long time, for thousands of years, and people just don't know about it. So a lot of the foods we eat are not natural. Now, conversely, the turkey is a natural wild animal. It doesn't eat feces. It can protect itself. It can run away. Anything that you see that is white has to be able to fly or run away. If you got a bird running through the woods and it's just walking, it can't fly, it's going to be eaten by the wolves or whatever. You see? It has to be able to fly. The birds that can't fly are birds that are able to hide very good. The little white bird can't hide. How can it hide? You see? It's not a natural bird.
Just that simple. It's not a natural bird.
Yeah, and it's a feces eater. That's why it's actually pronounced shitkin instead of people like to say chicken, but it's actually chicken. CH is shit.
Ooh, man, you give my bird a hard time. And you know what makes it so bad? Speaking from a black perspective. And most of the time on my show, I don't speak from a black perspective. I speak from an I perspective. But even though I am black, I still also speak from a people perspective, okay? I don't say, we as black people, I don't go out like that because I don't try to alienate my audience, because the main theme and goal of Black Startup is to inspire people of all races, creed, and color to be the very best that they can be. However, I do think every black person knows that black people are known for eating some fried chicken. How did that come about? Is it because black people just didn't have a lot of money, so that was one of the things that, they felt that that's what the family always could get and that sort of thing? Is that how that came about, or what? How did that get slipped into us like that?
Well, a lot of black people have post-traumatic slavery syndrome. We still are mentally in a slavery situation where we're eating the foods that master passed down to us, and basically it was garbage. The chicken was a garbage animal. We didn't eat this originally because we didn't eat garbage. We were we were royalty. We only ate the best nutrition available. But chicken is cheap, you see. Look at an instance here. to the grocery store. They got more chicken wings than anything else. Well, where's the rest of the chicken? Well, what happens is these chickens are cut up because the main part of the bird has things like cancer and hepatitis and what they call crazy chicken or El Pollo Loco disease. It's a disease of the chicken. You see, they're toxic birds, and they say if you cut away the wings and the legs and the thighs, you can serve that as great USDA grade A chicken, and the rest of it is thrown away.
How about the breast?
Well, the breast, you don't get as many breasts as you get wings.
Well, that's true.
You can take your little club card and get you 150 wings for $2.99 on certain days. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I'm saying? Why is there so many wings? Because these are parts. You never eat an animal that's been cut up in parts for you because you don't know what was wrong with the other parts. A man from the USDA came into one of my lectures. He used to follow me a lot. And he got up and spoke and blew people's minds because his job was to inspect these places where they grow these animals and also where they slaughter them. The stories that he told about chickens, pigs, and cows had people crying. And he brought worms. In fact, I got jars of these worms that he had just cut out of these animals in that same
Wait, I missed that because the phone broke up a little bit. You said he did what now?
He brought jars of specimens of worms to one of my workshops. And he showed the people the worms that he had just cut out of chickens, pigs, and cows that day. You see, they're full of worms. They're full of toxic bugs, you see. And, you know, everybody's grandmother knew about this kind of stuff. That's all they used to do was give us this stuff to get rid of worms. You know, we all knew about this. But now, see, we forgot about it. We think we're in the modern days and the worms are gone. No, the worms are stronger now than they ever were.